to another collective worship assembly video. I really love these videos and I hope you do too. Today we've got a great one for you, all about how we cope with our fears. I'm going to look at a really cool story about that, which I'm a big fan of this story as well. You get to meet someone that I happen to really like. Anyway, so I'm going to hand over to Hettie and Emily, like I often do, and they're going to take it from here, and we're going to have a great time together. So, Hettie and Emily!
Hi! Hello everybody, welcome! We are going to have a great time today. We're going to have some fun and play some games. We're going to find out what our fears are and Tabz is. That's going to be fun.
It's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to hearing that.
And we've got a story today all about this little guy called David who fought a giant.
Wow.
I'm going to have a little chat about sometimes our fears are giant-sized, but what we can do about it.
Well, that sounds fab.
Yeah.
Should we get started?
Let's do it.
Let's do it. Guess what time it is?
Oh, I know. Is it? Story time!
It is indeed.
Yes!
Story
Oh, I
time.
love story time.
Rhyme and Bible.
Yeah,
Okay, by Bob Hartman. Just in case you wanted to know.
Yeah.
So, this story, I thought maybe we could do together.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, it's called When My Fears Are Giant-Sized.
Ooh, is this the one about David?
It is.
Right, David was awesome. He's one of my favourite people in the Bible because anyone that knows me well knows that I share quite a lot in common with David.
Well, your name.
I have the same name
Yeah.
as David. David's my actual real name. Bet you didn't know that. Maybe some of them did. I don't know. Anyway, David, great guy. He was a shepherd boy, but all his brothers were bigger and stronger than him, and they were like warriors in the army with the Israelites. But David never really got a chance because he was just a little shepherd boy. But whilst he was a shepherd boy, he used to have to protect his sheep from lions and bears and all sorts of things like that, and so he was great at being really, really protective and really good with his hands, and so some of those skills came out in this story. Actually, I think we'll find really smart guy, great. Actually, went on to be a king.
Get you?
There you go. Yeah.
Okay. Do you want to start?
Oh, go on, go ahead. Oh. So, when my fears are giant-sized. David took his brothers a lunch of cheese and bread. Soldiers on a battlefield, they needed to be fed. And that's when he spied a giant foot and leg and arm and head, and heard the giant's challenge and bravely stood and said,
God helped me beat a lion. God helped me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there.
You cannot fight a giant, his frightened brothers cried. He'll squash you like an insect. He's more than twice your size. You're just a little shepherd boy. You should be terrified. But David knew that God would help, and that's why he replied,
God helped me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there.
So David went and told the king, I'll take that giant's dare. Then have my armour, said the king. It's standing over there. When David tried it on, he found it much too hard to wear. A sling and stones is all I need, he said. Well, and a prayer.
God helped me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there.
The giant looked at David. He growled and cursed and roared. You send this stick-sized boy against my spear and shield and sword? I'll beat him without trying, then feed him to the birds. But David reached inside the pouch where his 5 stones were stored.
God helped me beat a lion. God help me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there.
The giant rushed towards him, his face an angry red. David swung his sling and aimed straight for the giant's head. That small stone struck its target. The giant fell down dead. And his brothers clapped and cheered, and David simply said,
God helped me beat a lion. God helped me beat a bear. So when my fears are giant-sized, I trust that God is there.
Wow.
The story.
That was dramatic.
It was.
Wow.
So I'm really looking forward to what Hettie is going to say about
Me
this
too.
book.
So our story was about giant-sized fears.
It was.
Yep.
So, I wonder if you can guess what our fears are. So all three of us have a fear, but we're going to mix two of them up. So only one of us is going to tell the truth.
Yeah.
And you need to decide who is telling the truth and which ones belong to the other people.
Like fears or lies.
Yeah.
Okay. All
But
right.
they're all true to one of us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, Tabz, what is your fear?
Well, it's actually really quite difficult to talk about, to be honest, because I just get a bit shaky inside whenever I think about it. Because if you're talking about giant fears, then that's actually a real big issue for me in terms of my fear. Because,
You don't like giants?
well, I don't like being at giant heights. Because my fear's heights.
Quite a few people have that.
I know, but I honestly, I really struggle. Like, I can stand on a stool, just about, but, you know, ask me to stand on a chair to close the window or something like that. It's probably not very safe to do that anyway. But I really don't feel safe doing that.
What about a big roller coaster?
Oh,
yeah.
No.
Okay, we should move on from that.
No, I
Okay,
do not like
okay.
roller coasters. Right,
gonna
there was
move
this
on, it's
one.
gonna be
There was
okay.
this one time, right? I was on a roller coaster,
here we go.
and I was. I mean, I'd say I was quite young, but I wasn't. And you know, I just got really scared. To the point that I just thought that what if I fell off, and like fell and hit the ground, and that would be messy. And so, because I was so scared, it actually got a little bit messy anyway. And that just wasn't.
We should move
well,
on
okay.
from that.
Too much
Okay,
information.
too much information. Okay, so my fear is germs.
Okay.
Germs.
Ooh, okay.
Like, I just feel the need to clean everything all the time because I don't like the idea that something's been touched by other people or other things. And I'm like, so at the moment, this is okay for me in that people are wearing masks, people are wiping up, people are putting hand sanitizer on.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I can cope with all of those things because I don't like germs.
So would you usually like carry like anti-bac wipes and things?
Oh yeah,
around?
yeah, in my bag.
Would you ever, like, when you go around someone's house for a cup of coffee, would you ever clean their house if it's messy?
You have done that.
Only if it's suitable to. Not everybody's houses because they might get offended.
You might get offended.
But you know, you don't mind offering.
She has done that.
Anyway, Emily.
Okay, so my fear is ham.
Ham.
So I can't cope with like ham that you put in sandwiches. I can't cope with the smell. I can't cope with the taste. I can't even like look at it. If some people even say it sometimes, I'm like, oh, that's nasty. Please don't say that.
What about like gammon? Is that okay? That's copable.
Yeah, that's copable.
Bacon.
Sausage.
Sausage fine.
Bacon.
Bacon, yeah.
Different things are fine, but sliced ham is not.
Sliced ham.
Pork chops.
Oh yeah, all right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
What about the ones that are shaped like a cute little bear?
Billy Bear.
Maybe not.
Oh, look.
Okay, so we're gonna pause there. You need to guess which fear is which. So whose is whose? Is Emily's ham? Is mine germs? Is Tabz's heights? You've got 5 seconds to decide whose is whose, and then we're going to unveil it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and stop. Okay, Tabz. Which fear is yours? Is your fear heights?
No.
Ooh.
Is it ham?
No.
So it's germs.
Not anymore.
Okay.
It was when I was younger. I had a really bad fear of germs for about a year, and then it just stopped. It was really, really strange.
Huh.
My mum and dad remember it well. I remember it ish as well. But yeah.
Okay.
Big fear of germs.
So, my fear is obviously not germs then.
What
'cause
was
yours
your
is
fear?
germs. My fear is heights.
Heights.
Yes. Like, not a fan of, like, you know, aeroplanes, rides, stuff like that.
Messy roller coaster rides.
Yeah. But I do my best.
Do your
you know.
best. You
Wait,
do.
wait. Which means that you actually have a fear of ham.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I do.
Wow.
It is legit as well. I can't cope.
Wow.
Some people's fears are the same fears as other people, like heights.
Yeah.
Whereas other people's fears might be different and might be more random.
Yeah.
And you might not have the same fear as other people, and that's
It
fine.
must be absolute bedlam in
Oh!
in a butcher's shop.
Oh dear. We should move on now. So, well done everybody. Hopefully you got one or all of them correct. Some of our fears are giant sized, and some of them are quite small. Some of them happen a lot, and sometimes we're not fearful very often. Some of our fears are the same as other people, and sometimes they're not. So for me, my fear of heights, quite a few people are scared of heights because they feel a little bit unsafe sometimes because they're so high up from the ground. And I've worked really, really hard to try and make steps forward so that I can do more than I used to be able to do. So now, whereas before I wouldn't really go on many roller coasters at all, now I can go on more than I used to go on. I still don't like some of the really big ones, but I go on more than I did. And I'm much better on planes than I used to be. And I've worked out where things are safe and realised it's safe, it's okay, and I need to just try my best. And it's okay if I worry a little bit, but I recognise that I'm safe and that I can do the best that I can do and try and distract myself in those situations. Now, fear is normal. Worry is normal. It happens to everybody at some point. And fear is really, really helpful. Because there's part of our brain that says, be careful, there's danger! And then we can get ourselves out of that danger. And so it is really helpful. But for some people, they have those thoughts of fear and those thoughts of worry more often. And I'm one of those people. I worry a lot more than some other people do. And sometimes I get a headache and I feel like there's too much going on in my head. Or I get a funny feeling in my tummy like butterflies. And I know that that's when I'm feeling worried. And if I feel really, really worried, I get a dry mouth and wobbly legs, and I struggle sleeping sometimes. And it's important that I've recognised when I'm feeling worried and see the signs that show me that I'm worried. But also, I take time to just pause and realise that actually some of my fears aren't real. Some of them are things that I might be thinking could happen, and some of them are things that are probably never going to happen, but I'm just worried about them anyway, which is just a waste of my brain space. And so I've worked out that there are some things that I can do that when my fears are giant sized, I can help myself and others can help me too. So here are some things that have helped me and they might help you if your worries are giant-sized or if they're quite small. These things could help anyone who's feeling fearful or worried. The first thing is to share my fears. That's really important. Firstly, when I share my fears with Tabz and I say them out loud, sometimes they sound ridiculous. And I say it out loud and I think, oh, yeah, that's not going to happen. And then I can just put it to the side. But other times I share my fears and it means that somebody can tell me it's gonna be okay. I'm here with you. And if I need a hug, I can have a hug. If I need someone to spend time with me, they'll spend time with me. But also it's important that you go to a trusted adult if you feel like that, because they might be able to help you and find other people that can help you too. The second thing that really helps me is doing something positive. Now, I like to take my mind off my worries by reading or playing sport, playing some games with somebody, doing something really fun that I enjoy. Because when we do something fun, it makes us feel good and it distracts us from what is going on in our thoughts. And the third thing that I do is I pray. And as a Christian, I find it really helpful to give God my worries, to tell him what they are, and to ask him to give me peace. And I find that he does give me peace, and I feel a lot better when I give my worries to God, because I know that he cares about me. But also, I find it really helpful to take my mind off of that so that I can focus on other things by telling God 5 things that I'm thankful for. Because that way I'm thinking about all the positive things that are around me too. And I find it really helpful to talk to God. So for you, you might want to try one of these things. When your worries feel really big and your fears are giant-sized, or when your worries come your way and you're not expecting them, you can do one of these things. You can talk to someone, you can do something positive, and you could pray if you wanted to. So I'm going to pray. I'm going to ask God to help us with our worries and with our fears. So if there's something you're worried about at the moment and you want to join in with my prayer, then at the end you can say Amen with me in your head or out loud, which means I agree. So God, I thank you so much that you love us. I thank you that you want us to have peace, that you don't want us to worry. But I thank you that you are there when we worry. I pray that you would be with everybody who is worrying and who is fearful. I pray that you would help them and you'd put the people around them that can help them too, and give them the things to distract themselves, and that they would know that if they want to, that they can talk to you too. So I thank you and I pray that you would help us. Amen.
Brilliant. So that was really, really good what Hettie had to share with us there about fears and how we cope with our fears, how we handle those fears and deal with those fears, and the best things that we can put into practice for ourselves. So I hope some of those things were helpful for you and made sense, and that you can take them away and put them into practice and really help you out. So we'll see you next time for our next collective worship assembly, and I hope you have a really good week until then. Bye!